just want to take a sec to add some context to this video. So, in the group that I'm racing with, the Sears Dragster originally was what they referred to as a small mod in our racing group. It is a stock engine under 500 cc's. What I have come back to do now is I have come back as what they refer to as a Outlaw, which is where they allow any modification within the engine as long as you run a full billet flywheel. Otherwise than that, it's no holds barred. You can run anything you want as long as it's a outdoor power equipment engine. Has to be a lawn tractor rear end. And then there's a frog. Oh no, it's a toad. Sitting there staring at the rear end. Anyways, so what I wanted to show you is that I'm racing the Outlaw class with this. Most of what I am racing against is an engine like this, with flywheel, twin, carbs, upgrades, you name it. This is nothing more than just a cheater stock built 440 Duromax. But I wanted to see what it would do, because the last time we were at this particular racetrack, this thing only turned 5,400 RPM, and we had a totally different set of tires. We've lost 40 pounds worth of weight out of the frame, and the engine now turns 7,400 RPM on a launch. First learning experimental moment of the day. I know from previous experience in second gear high, I can whole shot 100 foot. This track, however, is 150 foot. I'm gonna see what'll happen if I do a second gear launch and hold it. Well, I'm for sure not going to win if I don't shift to third gear, so we're gonna try it. Now keep in mind, I have to granny shift this thing like an old 1940s pickup truck. I don't get to slap shift like everybody else. Now I know the comment section is going to have somebody saying, just launch it in third gear, I'm sure it'll be fine. So for your viewing pleasure and the demonic beating of this transmission, let's try that versus a big mod with twice the engine size. Gear grinder incoming. And now what the gear shift should sound like. Closing out this video, if you've seen my push-button Dragster, which uses an electric clutch underneath that normally would drive a mower deck as its drive clutch, that is part of the reason why I started doing that project, was to see if I could convert this to being the same kind of concept. Because this is what happens, and I'll post a quick little zoomed in clip. So that you can actually see the puff of smoke that comes off of this belt. I basically get 9 launches full throttle on dirt, and I get 6 launches full throttle per belt on tar, drag racing, whatever. And that gets expensive at $30 a belt. Even buying them in bulk, they're still $22 a belt. which means every day I'm roasting and having to undo and redo a belt in order to go racing. So what we're debating at this point, this is a knockoff Speeco 9-inch pulley, and I probably will order one of those and see if I can do the same thing I did on the electric clutch there. And then at that point, all I've got to do, because this is my throttle, so if I switch hands here, if I'm hammering down like this, then all I've got to do is put a trigger here. That way I can let off while holding the throttle, shift to third, and then re-punch it. And in theory, that should work. But that's where I'm at right now with the project. It was fun to go back and race with the guys and pretend to be an outlaw. But at the end of the day, I showed up knowing that I was the puppy with the bulldogs. Have fun, thank you for supporting the channel, and I hope you have a good day.